Hi everyone, it's Terry here from nutsaboutsstamping.com. I wish you a very happy and very crafty 2021. Today I'm going to show you a really cute birthday card idea. It's got a very unusual fold to it, and once you know how to make this fold, then you'll be good to go with all sorts of supplies you have on hand. I'm using one of the stamp sets that's in this new mini catalog. This catalog goes live in 3 more days, so it goes live on the 5th of January, and all the products are available until June 2021. If you don't have a copy of this catalog yet, head over to my blog, www.nutsaboutsstamping.com, on the 5th of January, and you'll be able to download it. Now, here's the stamp set that I'm going to use that's featured in this mini catalog. It's called Sweet Ice Cream. So I'm going to create a fun fold birthday card using this stamp set. My card base is not going to be a card that opens, it's just going to be a flat card base in Coastal Cabana. And to that, I'm going to add a layer of the Playing with Patterns Designer Series paper. So I'm going to attach this first, and then I'll set it aside to dry, and we'll work on some of the other elements in this card while it's drying, which only takes a couple of seconds. Not a big deal. So I'm going to attach this, set it aside, and then I want to bring in 3 pieces of Whisper White cardstock. And I have the cone bottom from the Sweet Ice Cream stamp set. And I'm going to ink it up using soft suede. So I'm going to create 3 ice cream cones. But before I do that, I want to perfectly place my phrases on each piece. And to do that, I'm going to use Purple Posy, and I'm going to use Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to use Crushed Curry. So I've got 3 phrases from the Sweet Ice Cream stamp set, and I think I'll do Crushed Curry. I'm making this up as I go along, so hopefully it works. And I'm going to ink the Treat Yourself, and I'm going to stamp the phrase in the bottom corner, bottom right corner of each layer. And I'm going to do Hope It's Sweet on the next one, like so. And then the Coastal Cabana, I've got You're So Cool. There we go. I've got my 3 phrases. Now I'm going to stamp my ice cream cone bottom. So the reason I did my phrases first was to ensure that I'd have enough room. And then I can easily fit my ice cream cone bottom. Go on, so I have perfect placement on each of the squares. Okay, there we go. Now, what I want to do next is take my ice cream cone topper, and I have a scrap piece of Whisper White. So let's set these aside for just a second. And what I'm going to do is create an ice cream cone top to match each of the colors of the phrases. So I'm going to ink up the top, stamp it down, and then I'll have to clean it off in between. And then I will do this color next. Well, that didn't clean properly. Let me clean it a little bit better. And we'll go again. And then here's my last one, like so. Now, what I could do is, in the stamp set, there are some little sprinkles or some little dots. So I think what I might do is I'll add in a corresponding color, in the same color, I'll add the little sprinkles just to add a little bit of interest onto my ice cream cones. There we go. I've got my 3 little ice cream cone tops ready. And the next thing I'm going to do is take my paper snips and I'm going to cut each one out. Now, this stamp set does have a corresponding punch that would make punching out these tops very quick and easy, but I don't own the punch just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut these out, and then I'll be back in a moment and we'll continue on with this fun fold birthday card idea. All right, I have my 3 little ice cream cones ready to assemble. But before I do that, I want to create this fun fold for the card front. So I have a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock, and what I'm going to do is bring in my Simply Scored, and I'm going to score it at 3 inches and at 6 inches. There we go. And that's all I'm going to do for that. Very quick and easy. And then what I'm going to do is create my Z or Z fold. So I folded this one in this way, and then I will use my bone folder to make it nice and tight, and then I folded the other one back like so, and then my card is going to be so cute. All right, so let's attach everything. I think what I'll do is, before I put the ice cream cone top on, I will attach the Whisper White layers to it so that it's easier to attach. I find sometimes when I use dimensionals, which is what I am going to do for this, there we go, it adds a little bit of bulk, which sometimes makes it harder to adhere things. So I'll put the middle one here, trying to keep it all nicely lined up and centered on the Coastal Cabana layer. And then I've got this last one, and I'll put it here, like so. Okay, I'll just set this aside for a second, and now it's time to attach the ice cream cone top, and I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. I have this really old sheet of Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to use every last little bit of them. So I'm going to attach the corresponding color of the top of the ice cream to match the phrase. Okay, and then this one. Like so. And then this last one. Like so. Okay, so there we've got this really cute layer that's going to take shape. And now let's bring in the card base, and what I'm going to do is attach just this side to the card front. So let me go ahead. Now I could use tear and tape adhesive, but I have my adhesive over behind me on my crafting table, my other crafting table. So I think what I'll do is, for the purpose of this video, I am just going to use my multi-purpose liquid glue. Okay, and I'm using the lines on the background. Although the lines aren't particularly straight, I'm using them to help me line everything up. Okay, so There we go. It's a really cute and very easy idea that you can create using a variety of products you have at home. But I'm not done. Let's add just a couple of more elements to this card to make it sparkle and shine. The next thing I'm going to do is take my Night of Navy ink, because Night of Navy is one of the colors in the Playing with Patterns paper. And I've got the large happy birthday phrase from the stamp set, and I am going to stamp that onto a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to attach it to the front of the card near the base. I'll just flip that over. And add that down here. So my birthday card is coming together quite nicely. And then another touch I have is I have some of this Night of Navy ribbon, and I cut myself a little bow. Here's the ribbon here. And so I cut a little bow, or I made a bowl, and I cut it off the bolt. And I'm going to attach it using a mini glue dot, and I'm going to put it on the front of the You're So Cool layer, and that pulls the Night of Navy colors together quite nicely. Like so. Now, at this point, there are lots of other things you can do to decorate your birthday card idea. One of them being that you could add maybe some sequins. These are the Woven Threads sequin assortment, and they have a light color of sequins. They also have white sequins. So at this point, though, I'm going to stop because I think you have the basic idea on how to make this Z-fold or Z-fold card idea. I got this idea from another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. She used a completely different set of products to make her Z-fold card. But I thought you would like to see how to make it at home, and you can use the supplies you have on hand. For a complete listing of what I used to make this card and the measurements for all of the layers, please head on over to my blog, www.nutsaboutstamping.com. And while you're on my blog, consider subscribing to my free newsletters. I send 2 newsletters a week, and in each newsletter, I'll share a project idea that you won't see anywhere else. I'm Terry. I am Nuts About Stamping. I hope you'll create a fun card layout idea today too. Bye for now.